Start. The aforesaid judgment was approved by the Supreme Court in Pala Singh versus Union of India and others. Stop. Thus, the cancellation of the allotment has the effect of loss of title of the allotee from the date of allotment itself. Stop. Therefore, keeping in view the principle that is no one can convey a better title than what he had, no title could be created in favor of the appellant's. Stop. At this stage, reference may be made to another judgment relied upon by learned counsel for the appellants, reported as Crystal Developers versus Shrimati Asha Lata, wherein sale effected in pursuance of the order granting probate was held to be valid, though the probate was revoked subsequently. Stop. The said judgment is not helpful. Stop. The argument raised by the learned counsel for the appellants, in as much as the sale in the aforesaid case was in pursuance of the order granting probate. Stop. The order in probate proceedings is judgment in assures validity of an action taken on the strength of such an order, whereas in the present case the sale is by a person in whose favor allotment was found to be fraudulent. Stop. The second ingredient is equally important, that is the transfer by the ostensible owner is by the consent, express or implied, of the real owner. Stop. Meaning thereby the real owner must consent to the transfer. Stop. Now, if the allotee has obtained allotment by fraud or some other irregularity, can such transfer of rights in the allotment assume express or implied consent of the real owner? Stop. Once the quasi judicial authority under the 1954 Act has cancelled the allotment, and such cancellation of allotment has been upheld, therefore, it is preposterous even to allege that there was consent of the central government for subsequent transfer by the allotee. Stop. In fact, the central government is the custodian of all evacuee property and is duty bound to allot the same to the eligible displaced persons. Stop. The duty of the central government is onerous. Stop. Such public duty to distribute the evacuee property amongst the displaced persons cannot be compromised by giving benefit to the purchaser from an allotee who has obtained fraudulent or even irregular allotment. Stop. On the second question, the learned counsel for the petitioners contended that it cannot be disputed that the principle enshrined in section 41 of the Property Act is basically of estoppel, but once it has been given statutory recognition. Stop.